Hello and welcome to Wizard of Legend 2. This has just released from early access into a full version on Steam, and if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description. This video is kindly sponsored by Humble Games, and indeed, it's not only out on Steam, it is out on PlayStation and Xbox as well. So if you prefer those platforms, you know where to go for those. So we're going to play. This is 4-player co-op, by the way. You literally can play with 4 players. You can go in there, and there are some extremely cool interactions between your spells. So, for example, obviously, we are wizards. You know, everyone's a wizard. And so we are going to be using spells, and their interactions between players actually has some really interesting things happening. So, for example, you can have ice magic, you can have lightning magic, earth magic, so much stuff. I'm actually going to show you, obviously, and this is our contract person right here. And she's actually really funny, in my opinion. I think she's really funny. I think the voice acting is actually really, really good too. And in general, I think that everything about this game is very, very polished. And they've been working on this throughout early access to create extremely cool gameplay improvements as well. For example, boss mechanics, making sure that that is all refined, addressing all the online local co-op problems, things like that. They have fixed all of that stuff. So anyway, as you can see, I've actually gotten some rewards here. Now, this is a new contract system. So basically, well, you did have this before, as far as I'm aware, but they've added some additional contracts that you can do. And so what I'm going to do is, as you see, I've dealt 5,000 damage with my basic Arcana, and I've also defeated Bahadur. Bahadur, yes. He's like a zombie, big zombie boss guy, and maybe we'll actually fight him in this video. So we'll see what's going on there. Now, bear in mind, I have 188 of these things, of these crystals up in the top right, and that enables me to get additional Arcana. By the way, over here is where you do local co-op and online co-op. So if you want to go there, you just go to the fireplace. I'm not obviously going to be doing that today. I'm going to play single player, and we are going to go and speak to this person.
You've amassed quite a collection of chaos gems. I suggest you unlock some relics.
Now, she is the relic historian, and she's going to enable you to purchase relics, which are things that you will either find or go into runs to dramatically change how your character plays. So basically, what you can do is you can get this, which increases your chance of evading attacks. You can get this, which increases your maximum HP. A water shield that orbits you and negates enemy projectiles. That's actually really, really strong in my opinion. Immediately after dashing, you have a 50% increased critical chance. This effect has a 5-second cooldown. That's crazy good in my opinion. All burn effects are more powerful. And then you have the used wet soap again. So I'm actually going to be getting the water cushion here. In my opinion, this is incredibly good. So what we're going to do is, I was actually using the Mirror of Might before, which doubles any damage boosts received from other relics, which in my opinion could create some insane synergies. But I'm going to use the water cushion this time just because we've purchased it now, and as you can see, there it is. That's what it looks like right there. And now this fellow right here, as you can see, this is your main guy that will unlock Arcana. So Arcana basically is all about your spells. You have a wide variety of different spells that you can go for here. So for example, we have a Frost Blade here. We have a Mistral Arrow, that's more of an ultimate. You have an Inferno Barrage, which is also an ultimate, and it's also a signature. Then you have basic abilities that are melee as well. And basically, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy the Aeromancer's Grasp, yes. And we are then going to equip that. So as you can see, we then have our living spellbook here. And I can basically go to any one of these, and we can customize our loadout in whatever way we want. Generally, when you first begin the game, you're given a choice between every single element. I chose Earth as my initial element because I thought, oh, that looks really, really fun, because they give you like a little preview of what the Arcana is capable of doing. And I actually do like Earth. Earth is really, really fun because you actually get to stun enemies really, really easily, and it's just super fun. But yeah, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to get another, and we're going to get a different signature here. We could get Mistral Arrow, shoot a piercing arrow forward. It has 3 charges. That might actually be kind of fun. Let's go for air, shall we? Let's use some air attacks. And this can actually change as you can see, my signature from Stone Strike Kick over to Mistral Arrow. And we can also change these as well. So you can see here that there is Dragon Arc, which summons a torrent of fiery dragons, or you can use Lightning Spear, which hurls a lightning spear that makes the target airborne. It inflicts shock damage around the landing point, even not the lighting point. But yes. Anyway, what you can do is this. Yes, you see that? Yes, you see that? It's crazy. And this actually provides me with a ranged attack, which I very much appreciate. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's go into our next run and see what we're gonna get.
I saw you in the mansion. Let's see how you handle the trial's shifting rules.
Careful, Nasruddin. This one's sharper than you think.
Oh, okay. Hello. All right. I don't know who this guy is, actually. I've never seen him before, so this is going to be interesting. Whoa, this is a... Oh, I like this. Oh, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Oh, I like the basic attack. Okay. I think I might have found the spell that I really, really like. I did like Earth. Don't get me wrong. I did like Earth, but this feels so tactile, dynamic, very, very fun. So basically these things right here, that allows you to pretty much just do like some kind of survival thing where you basically get attacked by a bunch of enemies, and once you defeat all of the enemies, you can then interact with this, and then it gives you some kind of bonus. Now, bear in mind, this is not always going to be the case. Sometimes you're not going to get the ability to enhance your Arcana. Sometimes you're going to get a chest that has a relic inside it. Sometimes you're going to get something else. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to be going for increased damage. I don't think attack speed is really necessary because we're already attacking really, really fast. So we're going to go for some damage. Now, what they've also done, and I think this is actually really, really nice as a kind of like quality of life improvement, is they've basically placed teleportations all over the map, and you can pretty much use those however you so desire. And I actually really appreciate that because, let's face it, sometimes you don't really want to be running from one end of the map to the other if you miss something, you know what I mean? So it really encourages exploration on a much bigger scale than you might normally imagine for a game like this, you know, because generally what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to explore as much as possible, of course, right? Yeah, of course, but there are going to be those moments where you just go, yeah, you know what, I don't really care. I don't want to go back, you know, to the very beginning of the level, and that's the entire point. They've added these portals very specifically to prevent that kind of feeling from happening, and so you always have the incentive to be like, yeah, you know what, I am actually going to go over there. I'm going to explore. I want to see what happens, you know, I want to see what happens if I go over there and do that, and that's going to be fun. Now I'm going to use my little fiery dragons there. Now I am having some problems with these guys, unfortunately, because the shielding guys are always very, very problematic for me for some reason. I don't know why, but I always have issues with them. And let's see, there we go. Okay, there we are. Nice. The one thing that I always have problems with in this game, I don't know why. I've done, I think, 2 runs before this, and I've always had issues with HP. And I know that sounds super stupid to say, but I've always had really, really big issues with basically avoiding damage and keeping my HP high. Because basically there is a couple of ways to gain HP back, but the ways that you gain HP back are not that readily available, at least not a lot of the time. Basically, you're going to need to go to a merchant, or you're going to need to find HP randomly. And for me personally, I find that extremely difficult. I think that's very, very difficult to do. Anyway, increase your damage by 10%, an additional 10% for Arcana variants. That sounds absolutely fantastic. I'm probably going to be going for that. We could also increase our maximum HP by 50, but I highly doubt that's going to help me at that much, so I'm just going to increase my damage once again. Now, this is also an enhancement infuser, so basically what it's going to do is it will increase my variant damage. Now, we haven't obviously gotten into variants yet, but basically variants are a way for you to further diversify a specific ability, a specific arcana that you have available, and they're going to change it in a rather dramatic fashion. So just bear that in mind. They're going to change something quite in a pretty cool, unique way. I'm actually going to die here really, really early on, probably because I'm talking all the time and not concentrating as much as I have been in previous runs, and you can see here that I am taking damage really, like a huge amount. It's actually staggeringly bad that I'm taking so much damage here. But, well, I don't know. What am I supposed to do? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do about that. But yeah, anyway, let me see if I can just... Yeah, I'm just going to snipe these ones, I guess. Maybe that's what I should do. I should just play a little bit differently because I do have a ranged attack. So I'm not sure why I wouldn't play smartly. I mean, look at what I'm doing right here. I'm literally playing super smart, keeping away from the opponent and trying to maximize my HP gain as much as possible. Ah, here we go. Hello there. Okay, yeah, so this is a mage that will probably want to fight us.
Ah, a true test of skill and nerve. No hit. Every foe defeated, not a scratch on you. Think you can handle perfection? Or will the trials humble you?
Alright, so basically this is a challenge. This is random, of course. You're not necessarily going to get this. Sometimes the wizard will want to duel you, sometimes, you know, something else. So I'm going to try it just because I think I'm probably going to die relatively soon anyway. So I'm going to try this.
No,
I highly doubt I'm going to be able to do it, but who knows. Yeah, I've got to literally... No. Oh, I got hit instantaneously. It's this guy. It's this guy with the armor right here. I might as well just die, actually. I might as well just die and do another run, and then we'll come back. Okay, so we've entered another run, another trial, as they call it. And we are going to attempt to survive a little bit better this time around. And I'm actually using the stone attack this time around. I'm using the, what is it called now? Earth Knuckles. Yes, I'm using this just purely because I'm more used to it. If I was playing by myself, I'd probably use the air attack because I personally like it a great deal, but I'm much more used to this, so we might have a better time of things. And look at what we have here. Slamming fractured enemies into walls will massively damage them. Yes, so I'm kind of hoping that we might get something from this. Maybe we'll be able to do that. Maybe there will be something really, really cool associated with that. Maybe we'll be able to... I'm not sure whether we're even going to be able to fracture enemies with my current Arcana loadout, but at the moment, I don't know whether I really care that much. All we need to do is just make sure that I don't take damage. Taking damage is basically the worst thing that can happen right now. So I am just going to be extremely, extremely careful here. I'm just going to do damage, take as little damage as possible, and continue to move on and get very nice things. Yes, get some gold and avoid taking damage there. As you can see, this is actually a pretty crazy cool Arcana because I am staying far away from the enemy and having a pretty easy time of things. I actually gotta say, I like it a great deal. And we can just kill that. There you go. And look at this. I don't even have to get close to these guys. And that means that I can be so incredibly, basically greedy. I can be super greedy. I can be super greedy about this. And there's another guy over there. Obviously, this fellow, he has no idea what he's doing because look at him. He cannot get over here, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, obviously, I'm going to be doing this, and we're just going to kill that spawner, because that is a spawner that will basically just continue making these little guys appear, and we obviously don't want that to happen. And we're just going to basically stand here. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. I love that. What's really cool, by the way, about earth spells is that basically they will push enemies, and you can technically push enemies into these little chasms in between the platform that I was standing on there. And so basically you can kill them instantaneously, which is very, very nice and very enjoyable to do. Now we're just going to use this a little bit just to get rid of some of those. Just going to play a little bit more ranged, focused. There we go. A little bit more ranged, a little bit more ranged. Okay, we've got to be a bit careful here. Don't really want to get jumped on that much. Now we can use this. Nice, nice, nice. Perfect. Really good damage, really good damage. And we have taken 0 damage so far. So this is exactly what I was talking about. I'm just a little bit more used to using the earth basic attack than I was using the air basic attack, and so, you know, that's kind of the reason. Anyway, let's have a look. Any other relics that boost your melee arcana also boost your projectile arcana, so there's some really nice synergy there. And increases your chance of evading attacks by 10%, or every 10 kills with basic melee gives you 10 extra gold. I'm going to be going for that, the Dagger of Midas. Yes, there we go. That sounds absolutely perfect for us, because we're getting a load of kills, and these small enemies especially, they are going to just, oh, they're going to give us so much gold. It's going to be fantastic. Now, let me actually just see that for a real quick second. Basic melee. Okay, so we need to kill them with basic melee. That's fine. Okay, so this is a special event right here. I only did this once before. It is a little bit troublesome.
Oh, that tiny spirit is in trouble.
Try to save it if you think you have the power.
Okay, whew, we did it. We did it. Okay, so we saved the little spirit right there, and as you can see, that increases our maximum health by 50. Now, technically, all right, you don't need to go in there. You technically don't need to, right? You don't need to, but I did, because it's, you know, it's all up to you, you know, whether you want to take the chance, because technically, the last time I went into one of these purple portals, I was ambushed by large numbers of enemies, and then this guy called Nox the Unfortunate, he came out and he was basically like, aha, whoa, do you want to try and gamble? And basically what happens is he gives you the choice between a handful of relics, and these relics have big bonuses, but they also basically make you take insane amounts of damage. So you have to be very, very careful and basically just be super, super good at the game. And I'm not. So I decided not to take any of that stuff. Yes. Anyway, we can hopefully get some nice little bits of damage going on here. Let's try and avoid that. Thank you. Kill that guy. There we are. Nice. Okay, so one thing we need to do, aha, there is a person that we can speak to. She is a merchant. I'm not going to speak to her just yet, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to have the ability to afford anything at the moment. Probably like to be a bit careful on that so far. Here we go. This might give me something. Yeah, it gives me a little bit of, well, nothing much. It did give me some HP, which I very much appreciate, but everything else, yeah, not great. I'd like at least 180 gold before we go over there. So that's what we'll do. Let's just kill this, kill that. There we go. Yes, there we are. Okay, we got, yes, we've now gotten 162. So we did actually gain gold. As you see, all these small enemies really making a big difference. And what do we have here? Oh dear. Yep, okay. Here we go, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to try to use my basic attack as much as possible. And then, of course, we're going to get one of these. Going to use this now. Kill all of those. Apart from this guy. He is really difficult, by the way, to dodge the attack of. You just got to be ready to dodge. A lot of the combat is very fast, very dynamic, so you have to be, you know, ready for it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, these archers are some of the most annoying enemies in the game, I gotta say that. They are very, very good at what they do. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, yes, give me all the cash. Give me all the cash, thank you very much. Oh, look at that, we have 234 gold right now. 234 gold. I think that is pretty much gonna get us anything? I think pretty much anything we want from any merchant at this point. Which is kind of cool. I like that. Okay, let's be a little careful here. I'm very much wanting to destroy a lot of these urns and potions. Oh, what's going on here? This is new. I did not see that before. Okay, so I have never ever seen anything like this happening before, where the environment pretty much just appears out of nowhere for us. So I am worried that this might be a trap. Let's hope that it's not. Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now be careful. Yeah, these guys are some of the most difficult for me specifically to eliminate. But no, we seem okay. We seem fine. Okay, so we can just make our way over here. This is the end. As you can see, that portal is the transference to the next area. And I'm just going to go over here real fast. This is me using the portal for the first time, as you can see. Very, very quick to get to the next area. And we're going to have to be a bit careful here. These guys all have armor. So let's be very aware of that. Don't die, don't die. There we are. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, there we go. That is what I like to see. And now we can loot that. Give me... Ooh, increase earth damage by 15%. Oh, that is actually perfect for us. It would have been nice to get maybe air damage or something, but no, I'm pretty good with that. Okay, so this is one of the merchants, and this is a relic merchant. The other one is a Arcana merchant, as far as I'm aware. So let's have a look. After taking a hit, there's a brief window to heal 40% of the damage by attacking enemies. You have this, doubles any damage boost received from other relics. Increase the critical chance of your standard Arcana by 5%. Receive 50% less damage when your kill counter is above 1. And so on. I'm going to be going for the Berserking Sandwich. Yes, we're going to go for that. What is my HP at, by the way? I don't know what my HP is at, so I just basically did that. I have no idea whether I even needed it, but I'm gonna do it just because staying at full HP, it's so important. It's very, very useful to do that because then you have a lot more leeway and you're not going to be dying as heavily. And funnily enough, this enemy is really tough. What? How is he so tough? Yeah, it was an elite. It was an elite one. So yeah, that does make sense, I suppose. Ah, here we go. We have another one of these. This is a nice little event here for us. We can maybe enhance some Arcana as well. Okay, so we can just destroy that guy. There we go. Good damage. Was that it? No, I thought not. Okay, we got this. Yep, I need to destroy this guy really fast. There's a load of very, very tough enemies that are not going to have any kind of telegraphing, but their projectiles do move slowly. So, you know, again, it's more of a case of just being prepared. Okay, so here we go. Right. Okay, so Mistral Arrow, basically if we take this, plus 50% damage to undamaged enemies, that's pretty much, you're going to need to do the attack with Mistral Arrow as a first attack on that, and I'm not a big fan of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take plus 25% damage to bosses and elite enemies. I think that's going to be very, very strong. I think that will be very strong at least. Okay, so we have 122. Let's just go over here. And there is another little area this way. Yes. And once again, all we're going to do is we're just going to kill enemies with our basic attack because that is going to earn us the most... the most cash. And there is this guy.
You've got the speed, or you've got just the game.
Oh, wait. Clear every wave without a single misstep. What does that mean? Okay.
Brave, aren't we?
Okay, clear the enemies in less than 20 seconds. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Okay. We should have it. No. Oh, no. Okay. No. No, not in a million years. Not in a million years. Oh, did I do it? Oh, that was so close. Oh, I feel like that was really, really close, actually. Was it not? I couldn't tell because I looked at the timer at 2 seconds left and I had like one enemy remaining at that point or something like that. It was a split second, I'm pretty sure. Oh well, never mind. Okay, but yeah, these are the kinds of situations you can get yourself in. Okay, so we're gonna go down here to this woman and we're gonna speak to her. Alright, so this is a handful of other Arcana that you can indeed purchase, and you can change your build on the fly. So you don't necessarily need to stay with the same thing over and over again. You can literally change to anything you want, which I definitely would recommend if you are wanting to go for some kind of specific build after gaining some amazing relic. But obviously for me right now, that is not really necessary. I'm just going to make my way onward. This is our first boss that I can show you because I haven't sucked completely in this run. So this is the fire boss. This is the first time I've actually fought the fire boss, so I'm having a bad feeling that I am going to get something handed to me. Might be the thing that's behind me right now. Not sure. It might get handed to me, or we may indeed slap. We might be able to slap.
It takes more than wielding fire arcana to earn the trust of dragons, just so you know.
Okay. Whew. I don't even know.
You may have beaten me, but don't think you're the biggest fish in the pond. You still gotta beat Hieronymus at the end of this to become the next wizard of legend.
That was extremely difficult in my opinion. That was really hard. Okay, so this is a variant. This is what I was talking about earlier. Basically, this allows you to turn some of your Arcana into something else. So you can see here, variants are stronger and behave differently. So for example, if I wanted to get Frenzied Knuckles here, pummel enemies with gigantic Earth Fist. With each hit, attack speed increases, but the attack size decreases. The speed buff resets after a certain duration. So we could potentially go for that. Or we could go for something else. Like for example, we can change our Dragon Arcing attack to summon in all directions, and then the dragons will return to you after some time. You could also do Blazing Dragon Arc, which summons a large torrent of fiery dragons that damage and burn enemies in their path. So you could do that instead. I'm going to go for Frenzied Knuckles just because the use case for my Earth attack, my basic Earth attack, is so much more prevalent than my fire attack. I never use my fire attack, even though I should. That is just me. That is just me. I'm just not using it because even though, look at how effective it is. It's actually really good. I'm just not using it just through, I don't even know what. I'm just being an idiot, I guess, not by using it. Something, I don't know. But yeah, it's really good. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, actually. And it's probably a good idea to use it more. But I don't know. I'm one of those people, I guess, that just... I'm just basic. I'm just very basic about it. Okay, there we go. We actually killed that guy without taking any damage for once. That's nice. And now things are looking, they're looking alright. I'm a little bit worried though, because we are at half HP. It would be very nice if we could potentially, well, I'd like to not die against the next boss if at all possible, but I have a bad feeling that we might just have a problem with him, because I believe it's Bahadur, or Bahadur. I don't know. I can't remember whether it's spelled with a U or an O or something like that. But all I know is that it's a big zombie that wants to puke on you and slam you with his big club. Yeah, that's basically what he wants to do. And I would prefer to avoid that, if at all possible. So, yeah, I'm going to try playing very economically with our HP here. And we'll try to make it work. But this is the reason why it might be a good idea to bring a friend, you know? Bring a friend and play co-op. Because then you can literally blame them if you die, you know? You can do stuff like that. But yeah, it would obviously be potentially a lot easier or potentially a lot harder. It very much depends. It depends on you, you know. Here we go. Hello. Do we? Yeah. Actually, yes. We should probably interact.
Arcana.
Here we go, here we go. Okay, so this is the Arcana Painter. She has the ability to enhance Arcana, and as you can see, you can do things like deal more damage to bosses and elite enemies. We're going to do that over here to our Frenzied Knuckles. There we have it.
It's balanced.
There we go.
now.
So
If
this is going
focus, you
to
can sense it.
absolutely slap. It is going to do so much damage to the next boss. I'm hopeful that we will have a really, really good time for things. At least I hope so. Okay, so we should probably do something about this. I'm gonna go over here first because this guy I don't think he can even come over here, to be honest. No, he can't. That is very funny. Okay, so now we can enhance it yet again. Or maybe not. Okay, we can't re-roll it either. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. I guess we could go for minus 10% cooldown if we wanted to, so we could make sure that we get that a little bit quicker. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm not a big fan of increasing my dash for any particular reason. Even though it can be quite effective, it's just not something that I'm interested in at the moment. I think that the fire having a reduced cooldown is probably better. So we have another little chest here. We can loot that. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at the map real fast, make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, so we should go over to the left first of all. Let's just use this. Snipe these. Get them out the way real nice and easy. Technically, I could kill these pretty fast and get more HP as a result. Or actually more gold and HP, I suppose, to a certain degree. I'm actually getting clobbered here. Oh no. These guys. Oh no. Oh, this guy? Are you serious? No. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, come on now. There we go. Whew. Okay. That was mean. That was some mean ambushing right there. Wow, okay. Yeah, we might have an issue now. We might. I don't know, it depends. Okay, just kill that. There we are. Okay, I have 189 gold. I kind of want to find a merchant. Oh, here, hello. Okay, absolutely perfect. This guy will give us some health, so I'm actually going to do that. I don't really care about the rest of what he has, even though I actually do want this. Like, for example, I wouldn't mind having the vampire's eyeglasses. As you can see, dealing a critical hit to enemies heals you. That's kind of insane, you know? If you have more than 250 gold, damage will scale by 15%. That's really, really good too. Killing enemies with a standard melee arcana activates your revenge effects. So if you have a revenge relic, there are some revenge relics that are super, super fun. For example, I had a relic in a previous run where when I got hit, because that's what revenge is, basically, when you get hit, it then triggers some kind of effect. For example, I had something that unleashed homing missiles on enemies around me whenever I had the audacity to get hit. So yes, very, very fun, very cool. And indeed, that relic over there that we just, left, that can activate it on melee attacks, which is very, very cool. Okay, we're going to get attacked here. Okay, I'm gonna be very cowardly against this guy right now. I'm gonna kill the archer. Okay, there we go. Nice. Get that guy out the way. Nice. Dodge that. Nice, 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 nice. Let's avoid this, avoid this. Trying to get as many kills as possible with my basic attack too, because I wouldn't mind being able to afford. Yeah, we're not going to be able to afford anything, unfortunately, right now. Oh, no, maybe we will. There is actually another section of territory that we haven't explored. So it does beg the question, what is over there? All right, we're going to go over there and check, because there might be something that is going to be significant. And I wouldn't mind getting some more cash. Okay, here we go. Nice. Of course we get hit. Okay. That's okay, though. It's not too bad. Okay, so we have 192. I'm not sure if that is enough. There are no more enemies. Okay, there are no more enemies. So is this enough? Yes. Okay, it is actually enough to buy something. So I can buy the vampire's eyeglasses if I want to. The question is, do we want to? Or do we want to get the Jin's right hand? Because it fights beside you. It won't aggro enemies either. I think, you know, I think what we have to do is we have to get these eyeglasses. It's just too good. It's just too good. You know, being able to heal ourselves, potentially, I think makes all the sense in the world. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so here's the boss. This is a very, I'm not going to say, I don't think it's particularly difficult, but I do think that they can catch you out pretty easily. And there are additional biomes, by the way. This is not the only biome, and not the only enemies that you're going to be fighting. You're not always going to be fighting skeletons and stuff like that. You're going to be fighting all kinds of different opponents. Oh, okay, got him. You see exactly what I'm talking about? Yeah, every single fight is literally a fight to the death, at least for me. I don't know whether that's going to be the case for everyone, but I certainly find it very, very difficult. And we also got new Arcana right there. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now we can move on. And this is going to be a place where we can, well, pretty much do whatever we want, as in you get to choose between increasing your maximum HP by 60, or you can heal yourself for 200 HP. I think you know what I'm going to pick. Yes, let's just get our HP back. Thank you very much. I was almost about to die there. You can only pick one from those, by the way. So, you know, if you've taken some maximum HP or something like that, and then you gain even more, you know, healing from some other source or something like that, then you could probably do pretty well like that. But yeah, I'm not particularly lucky in that regard. So we're just going to be very, oh dear, I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, so this is the new biome. Like I said, there are new biomes and they have new enemies and they all have new abilities, and yeah, it's quite dangerous. We are in the desert now, and indeed, I just want to critically hit every single time I can, because anytime I get a critical hit, I am going to have the ability to heal myself, which I very much need. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's loot this. Thank you. Ooh, nice. We got heals as well. I like that. Okay, can we get some more of that, please? Ah, hello. Okay, yeah, so this is also another NPC here. She's the apprentice of Sergique, who is your mentor, basically. So, yeah, she sells spells, as far as I'm aware, or something. I'm actually not entirely sure what she sells, but we will be speaking to her soon enough, just not yet, because there's actually no point. I don't have any money. So, yeah, it's probably going to be quite useful for me to continue killing enemies here. Got to be very, very careful. Most of these enemies have projectiles in some way or another, so we do have to be a little bit careful of that. And we can do this. There we go. Okay, I have only 68 gold. That's what happens when you spend all of it on vampires' eyeglasses. Okay, so let's go this way. Traps, by the way. There will be traps in this region. That might be Nox the Unfortunate in here. I'm not sure whether we want to go in there and deal with that. I think we will. What is this? What is this? This is new? I have never seen this before. Oh, okay. I can hit this. It's a piñata, I guess. Oh, wait. Are you serious? Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Oh no, do I not have enough damage? Oh no, there we go, I think I did it. Okay, I thought maybe I didn't have enough damage. Okay. Ah, look at that. Nice. It actually gave... Ooh, very good. We got a relic that increases our damage by 10%. We also got some healing as well. Wow. That has to be one of the best things I've ever seen. Okay, so let's go in here. Yep, this is Nox the Unfortunate, like I said. So we are going to be getting some very dangerous relics after the fact. And maybe it's going to be good for us. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be really, really good. It depends. I think some of them could be really, really useful. Okay, so let's have a look. Come closer, I don't bite, he says. Okay, so reduce Arcana cooldowns by 50%, but you receive double damage. This is exactly what I was talking about. Let's see. Destroys a standard Arcana slot each time you die, but revives you with 35% of your max HP. That could actually be very, very powerful. Your basic Arcana deals 40% more damage, but all your other damage is decreased by 25%. You can carry one less standard Arcana, but your standard Arcana deals 20% more damage. 20%, 40%. Decreases your critical chance by 50%. It increases again by 2% with every Arcana cast, but resets after dealing critical damage. Whoa! Oh my. Okay, yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take this. The basic Arcana deals 40% more damage, but all your other damage is decreased by 25%. That's what we're going to be taking. There we go. That is fantastic. In my opinion, this is really, really good, and I like it a great deal. So let's see if this is actually going to pay off. If it doesn't, then I'll be crying all the way to the graveyard, because no doubt I'm going to die. Okay, we do pretty good damage now. Yeah, we do a little bit less damage with our ranged attack, but that's actually fine. I don't really mind that. We're being attacked. We're being attacked by something. Oh, hello, hello. What are these guys? I've never fought these guys before. All right. They're fine, though. They're fine. We completely obliterated them, didn't we? Yes. That was very nicely done. Okay, so, of course, traps. Gonna have to be careful of that. And now we can make our way upward over here. Gonna get attacked, that's fine. Oh yeah, these ones. I remember this guy from my previous run. Very, very dangerous. Most of these enemies are... You're gonna hear me say, oh yes, this guy is very dangerous. And that one's also very dangerous. I don't know why I keep saying they're all very dangerous, but they are. I feel like they are, at least. Okay, so... Oh, wow, I can't believe I actually got hit by that. That was pretty bad. Okay, yeah, we should be fine though. Okay, there we are. Nice, nice, nice. And we can interact with this. Okay, let's have a look. Doubles any max HP boost received from other relics. Holding 6 Earth Arcana increases health and armor. All Arcana fractures foes. That actually seems pretty cool. Or we could do this. Increases your damage by 10%. An additional 10% for Arcana variants. Gonna take that. I think damage increases are fundamentally some of the best we can go for. And I think it's probably really, really good. I mean, maybe I should have gone for the fracturing one, actually, now that I think about it. The fracturing one could have been amazing, because basically having every single one of our Arcana fracture, that's really amazing with our relic here, with our stone mace. Yeah, that could have been really, really strong. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let's have a look here. Deal 10% more damage for each status effect. Basic attacks, add a stackable buff that increases the damage of your next standard Arcana, 35% maximum. Okay. Non-variant Arcana deal more damage. Changing an Arcana to a variant will lower its damage back to normal. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Neve's Quartz. Yeah, no, I was kind of hoping for the other one. Okay, so we could potentially heal ourselves. I think I'm going to heal myself. Yeah, I'm going to heal myself, and then we are going to... Let's have a look. Oh. I see. Okay, yes. So basically, we just need to go over here. There we go. Yes. We need to go over here into... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, maybe not? Am I missing something? I am missing something. Yes. I'm being a bit stupid, aren't I? Yes. Alright. This is where we need to go. Over here. There we are. Okay, so loads of traps. These things are traps. These things are traps. And there are also going to be ground traps as well that we have to deal with, but that's okay. We've got a lot of damage right now, so I think we are looking pretty good. I think we're looking pretty nice right now. As long as I can just eliminate these guys and indeed stun them. Basically stun locking as Earth is very, very strong. Okay, there we go. I'm going to use this on this one just to kind of do some upfront damage on him. Okay, we got to be careful. Whoa. Okay. What? What is this? What are these guys on? What are they on? Okay, yeah, they're on a mission to kill me. Yeah, that's what they're on. Okay, let's be very careful here. There we go. Okay, avoid that. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, this is actually going a lot better than anticipated. Now that I've said that, I'm probably going to die. So, you know, that generally tends to happen to me quite often. Thankfully, I am so pleased we picked up relics that do provide me with some HP, though. Like healing. Oh, dear. Yeah, this is bad. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, we killed it. Wow, okay. We do a lot of damage. We actually do a lot of damage. I'm wondering whether I would just want to... Do I just want to leave? Do I just want to leave? I don't really want to, though, because I have a bad feeling I'm going to get somewhat murdered by the next boss. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe what we want to do is go to wherever this is. Ah, hello. Yes, we have a bit of an enhancement here. It might be good. Okay, destroy that. Use this. They've got armor. Try to remove the armor as fast as possible. Try to avoid all of the damage that they're doing to us. I mean, easier said than done, right? Easier said than done. But not bad. Wow. Okay. Actually, quite surprising. I did pretty well there. Okay, so critical damage we could go for, or we could go for less cooldown. I think we'll go for less cooldown, I guess. I would have preferred something that would have increased my... Oh, yeah, I got hit by that. Okay. I would have preferred something that would have increased my earth damage, but, you know, that's just how it is. It's a roguelike, so of course you're going to get random stuff. Okay, be careful. Be careful. I have 191. Is there a person that I can go to? Yeah, we can go to this one.
The more Arcana we...
There we go. Okay, so you can basically now trade the Arcana for something else. So I'm going to trade... let's trade Searing Rush. Let's trade Searing Rush, and we can go for something else. Ah, here we go. Rumble Dash. That sounds pretty cool, right? That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, that's pretty nice. But I like the fracturing. You know what? Let's do Rumble Dash. Okay, we'll do Rumble Dash. Okay. Maybe it's going to be good. Maybe it's going to be bad. I don't know. But here we go. This is the next boss. Okay, so I have actually fought this boss the most, as far as I'm aware. And she has some attacks that are extremely difficult to dodge. So wish me luck. I will need it.
Brace yourself, or I'll drag you out with the Riptide.
Okay, here we go. Ah, what? That's new. I don't remember that. Okay. Okay, we stunned her instantaneously. Massive damage. Look at the damage. Wow, that's some big damage. Okay, that is actually wow, I've never done that much damage to her before. Okay, she does so... What? How am I not able to avoid that? Okay, that was crazy. I can kill her though, as she's already dead, as you can see right there.
Take this chromo. It reveals its secrets only to those who listen closely. This one says, water is the source of all life, and its end as well.
And there you go. So we got another arcane chromo there, and we can now do some things with our other arcanas here. We can do another variant. What's this? Shoot a piercing arrow forward. Damage of the arrow increases with each target passed. It has 3 charges. The question is, do we want that? Or do we want this? I don't know. Let's just do this. Why not? What does it do? More damage? Not sure. Not sure if I like that much, but yeah, we're gonna die now, by the way. So just so you know. I'm at 27 HP. There is basically no way I will be able to survive going forward here, but I will try, of course. I will try, but I have a bad feeling. Okay, there we go. Be careful, be careful. Okay, wow. I love these environments, by the way. I think the environments are extremely cool. Very well designed as well. Gotta be careful of these. Oh, wow. If you failed this run, consider talking to me in the Trials Mansion. What do you mean if I failed? You absolute imbecile. He's taunting us, isn't he? Yes. Okay, so I killed 313. I dealt a lot of damage right there. We had no revives at all. And indeed, I feel like we did pretty well this time. Not bad.
So you're the one everyone's been whispering about. You think you're worthy of the title Wizard of Legend? Bold. They whisper my name across the trials. Hieronymus, the legend. But here's the truth. To claim that title, you'll have to face me. Are you prepared to be anything more than a footnote in my story?
Ooh, alright. Yeah, so he's issuing the challenge right there. Oh yeah, by the way, this is...
Soul approaches. Do you see me, wizard? Or do you see only your reflection? Of course you see me. I'm a talking mirror. The one that whispers truths about your medallion. Truths you may not yet understand. Before you stands a choice, a medallion. Each carries its own song, its own story. But be warned, only one medallion may grace your presence at a time.
And so as you can see, we have yet more ways to change our character. So you can see here, this is the basic medallion without any specific effects. And then there's a whole bunch of extra stuff. Like, for example, as you can see here, increases maximum health by 75. Increases signature gain by 25%. Signature gain is basically your ultimate ability's energy, right? So you get your ultimate more often. Reduces maximum health by 70%. After 5 seconds of not taking damage, health will rapidly regenerate. That could be insane for someone that's really, really good at the game. Not me. Let's see there. Increased movement speed by 15%. Increased damage by 25%, but reduces maximum health by 25%. Increase evade chance and critical chance by 5%. Increase critical chance by 10%. There's so many amazingly cool things here. I'm going to be getting this one. Let's equip this one. And it actually changes our cosmetic as well, by the way. So there's some really, really cool things here. And also, if you go in here, there is a customization appearance little place that you can do. So basically, you can equip pretty much anything you want. There's a huge amount of custom cloaks that you can equip. And then you can also get different colors as well. And then you can put a symbol on the back. And you can even... you can even get a funny little face right there. I absolutely love that. Okay, and yeah, otherwise you can also choose the symbol, color, and all that stuff. And then you can do headgear. So you can even do headgear here. So if you have nothing to spend your chaos gems on, then you probably want to go for something like this, you know, some pretty cool stuff. And there's also a bracelet there as well. These are just cosmetics, of course. They don't provide you any kind of gameplay benefit, so there is also that. Anyway, does this guy have anything for us? No, he does not. Okay, so he just wanted to, you know, challenge us, basically. And these are all of our contracts, of course.
Hieronymus keeps forgetting my name. Or is pretending to, at least. I've worked here for months.
Aha! This is new. Nazradin, the Trials Warden. Customize the Trials difficulty and equip runes to tailor it to your preferences. And so, indeed, as you see here, a magical pouch that draws wealth to you. Start the trial with 100 gold, giving you more resources to go on a spending spree. You can also do a variety of other things, and you can indeed use these, which are chromo runes, to unlock other other runes, basically other positive runes that you can get here. You could also put negative runes on. I'm not sure why would you want to do that. I don't know, but there are a number of things that you can do here. For example, let me see. What is this? Increase maximum health by 75. Perfect for those who need a little extra staying power. Let's unlock that. There you go. You can also upgrade it. And then we can equip this, and then boom. Instantaneous. You can also, if you want to increase it to Dead Mage. Then you're going to be getting 50% more Chaos Gems, and you're going to need to equip every negative rune to be able to do that. So you're going to be gaining all kinds of really, really nice bonuses. Obviously, I'm very much an apprentice, so I'm going to be leaving it on that difficulty. But you don't have to, because you can play it however you like. So there is a link in the description if you want to check out Wizard of Legend 2. And I'd highly recommend doing that. And if you're not wanting to purchase it right away, then just add it to your Steam wishlist and just watch out for it, you know? You might find that it's very fun, because it is. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.